You've felt it, haven't you? That quiet panic sitting in the back of your mind like a shadow you pretend not to notice. There's that strange, slipping sensation. The way your attention falls through your fingers like dry sand you cannot grip no matter how hard you try. Your thoughts jump from one idea to the next, almost as if your brain is running from something you can't name, something you don't want to face. And deep down, beneath every distraction and every excuse, you already know the truth. Your focus is dying. Not weakening, not struggling. Dying. And if you don't fix it before 2026, your mind might no longer feel like yours. Because right now, and whether you admit this to yourself or not, something or someone is pulling your attention away from your life, your purpose, your identity. The uncomfortable, almost painful truth is simple. They want you distracted. The real question is why? And even more important than that, how do you fight back? Lock in. This is going to sting. Because before you can sharpen your edge, you need to look at it honestly and see just how dull you've allowed it to become. Your mind isn't tired. It's under attack here as something most people never hear, and even fewer ever accept. You are not unfocused because you lazy. You're unfocused because you've been trained to be unfocused. Every single day you wake up inside a battlefield wearing the mask of a modern world. Your mind is surrounded by enemies that disguise themselves as conveniences, entertainment, or harmless habits. Notifications, short videos, infinite scrolling, dopamine traps engineered in labs, instant gratification loops, AI-powered distractions designed to predict your impulses before you even feel them. They don't take your money, that would be too obvious. They take something far more valuable. They take your attention. They drain your willpower. They erode your discipline. You think you're choosing to check your phone? No. Your behavior is being nudged, shaped, and quietly controlled by unseen systems designed to keep you weak, distracted, and mentally soft. If that hit you hard, good. It's supposed to. Because this isn't a minor issue. This is a psychological crisis, the new addiction. They don't talk about. Think about this for a moment. You can go an entire day without food. You can go hours without water. You can go years without love. But try going 30 minutes without checking your phone. Just 30 minutes. Suddenly your chest tightens. Your mind starts to itch like something's missing. Your hand twitches toward your pocket before you're even aware of it. That is not a habit. That is dependency. A dopamine cycle strong enough to hijack the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for discipline, focus, ambition, and self-control. In other words, the part of you that actually makes you you. And right now, it's slowly shutting down. Your mind wasn't built for this world. Here's the brutal truth. Your brain is ancient, primal, hardwired for survival, danger, movement, hunting, and deeply meaningful challenges. But now, you are living in a world that floods your mind with more stimulation in 24 hours than your ancestors experienced in an entire year. Your brain was never designed for infinite scrolling, endless novelty, instant feedback loops, AI-grade stimulation, or micro-dopamine bursts every 3 seconds. It wasn't built to treat multitasking as a lifestyle. Your mind is overwhelmed. You're asking a brain built to carry 80 pounds to suddenly carry 800. It collapses. It shuts down non-essential functions first. Your discipline fades. Your focus dissolves. Your ability to think deeply evaporates. You think you're choosing distraction? No, your brain is surrendering to it. Take this in. Your lack of focus is not a character flaw. It's a design outcome. The system wants consumers, not warriors, not thinkers, not leaders. Distracted people are easy to control, easy to influence, easy to sell to, easy to manipulate. If you can't focus, you can't build. If you can't build, you remain dependent, and dependency breeds weakness. Weak minds are predictable. Predictable minds are profitable. That's the game. Now let's talk about the enemy inside your head, because there is one, and he knows all your triggers. He's the voice whispering, "Just check your phone for a second." The voice assuring you, "You'll start your work after this one video." The voice comforting you with, "You're too tired today, you can focus tomorrow." He sounds like you, but he is not you. He is the dopamine-addicted version of yourself, built through repetition, strengthened through reinforcement, shaped through thousands of tiny micro-behaviors until it became your default identity. Identity isn't who you are. Identity is who you repeatedly act as. If you act distracted every day, you become the distracted man. If you act weak every day, you become the weak man. If you act unfocused every day, your mind eventually forgets how to be anything else. Imagine a soldier standing in the middle of a war zone, bullets ripping through the air, explosions rumbling in the distance, smoke choking his vision. Now imagine that same soldier trying to meditate, trying to breathe, trying to stay calm and focused. Impossible, right? So let me ask you, how is your life any different? You wake up every morning on a psychological battlefield. Your attention is attacked from every angle. The moment your eyes open, your mind is under siege. And yet, you expect yourself to stay disciplined, to stay focused, to stay calm, to stay productive. You're trying to meditate in a war zone. No wonder you're losing. But here's what no one tells you. You were never trained for this war, not by school, not by parents, not by society. You walked into a battlefield unarmed, and you wonder why you're getting torn apart. What happens if you don't fix this? Let's raise the stakes. If you don't fix your focus before 2026, here's what's going to happen. Your goals will fade, your ambitions will evaporate, your discipline will rot from the inside out. You'll start forgetting your potential, then doubting it, then losing the belief that it ever existed. You'll become a passenger in your own life, watching it, not living it. And one day you'll wake up and realize you haven't been in control of your mind for years. That's the cost of inaction, the cost of staying distracted, the cost of pretending everything is fine. The moment, everything changes now for the part you need to hear. Your focus isn't gone, it's trapped. Buried under noise, under dopamine, under digital addiction, under countless micro-surrenders accumulated over years. But it can be restored. Not through motivational quotes, not through fancy apps, not through superficial dopamine detox trends. Restoring your focus requires something deeper, something darker, something primal, something almost military. A mindset forged, not downloaded. A discipline built, not bought. But before I show you how to rebuild your focus, there's one truth you must accept. And this truth will determine whether you rise above 2025 or get swallowed by it entirely. Are you ready? Because once you hear this, you won't be able to go back into the war you're fighting every day, the war you didn't choose, but the war you must win if you want 2026 to look anything like the life you imagine. This is the part most men never get to, because most men quit right before the breakthrough. But you didn't. And because you didn't, it's time to lock in. What comes next changes everything. The one thing you must accept before you can change. Here's the truth I left you with in part 1. Your mind isn't broken. It's been hijacked. And you need to hear that again. Not softly, not gently, but like a bullet hitting metal. Your lack of focus is not your fault, but fixing it is your responsibility. This is the point where most men fail. They hear that distractions are engineered. They hear that dopamine traps are intentional. They hear that social platforms are designed to keep them addicted. And instead of fighting, they use that knowledge as an excuse. See? That's why I'm like this. That's why I can't focus. Wrong. That is not why you get to stay weak. That is why you must change. This is the difference between a civilian and a warrior. A civilian complains about the battlefield, while a warrior adapts to it. You are not here to be a civilian. The Focus Reclamation Protocol. This isn't a routine. This isn't a hack. This is not dopamine detox TikTok nonsense. This is a protocol, a reconstruction blueprint built on psychology, habit architecture, identity reprogramming, and military-grade discipline. There are 4 phases. Each phase rewires a part of you that has been quietly dying. Follow them in order. Do not skip. Do not modify. Follow them with the seriousness of a man sharpening a weapon he intends to use. Phase 1. Neural stabilization. Your brain must stop burning before it can start building. If your mind is overstimulated, nothing else works. You cannot focus, learn, discipline yourself, or think clearly until the internal fires calm down. This phase resets your dopamine baseline and repairs your fried prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for focus and self-control. For 7 days, you do the following. 1. No phone for the first 60 minutes of your day. This is non-negotiable. Your first focus battle is fought the moment you wake up. If your phone wins, you lose the entire day. 2. One screen at a time. No watching while eating, no scrolling while talking, no multitasking. Your attention span rebuilds through singular focus. 3. A 10-minute boredom window. At least once a day you must sit with no stimulation. This resets the reward cycle. Your brain must remember what silence feels like. 4. One deep work block, 20 minutes minimum. This is where reconstruction begins. No distractions, no interruptions, just pure attention. You are training the mental muscle that has been asleep for years. During this, expect a pattern interrupt. If your brain screams, "This is boring, this is hard," that's good. It means you are rewiring the system. Remember, comfort is the enemy. Discomfort is the doorway. Phase 2. The mental battle drill. Once your brain stabilizes, the war shifts. Now we target the real enemy, your habit loops. People think they're distracted because of the world outside them. No, you are distracted because of the world inside you. Every distraction you obey reinforces a loop, cue, craving, action, reward. Break the loop, and you break the hold the world has on you. Here's the drill. 1. Identify your trigger points: loneliness, overwhelm, boredom, fatigue, anxiety, procrastination, emotional discomfort. Every time you lose focus, one of these triggers fired first. 2. Create a replacement action. When the trigger hits, stand up, change your environment, drink water, do 10 push-ups, reset your posture, take 3 deep breaths. This interrupts the cycle before the craving becomes an action. 3. The 5-minute rule. Tell your brain, "I'll do 5 more minutes." This fights loss aversion, the psychological bias that whispers that starting is too hard. Once you break the resistance, momentum carries you. There's an internal dialogue moment you must master. When your brain whispers, "Just check your phone, you can take a break, you've done enough," you answer with one command: hold the line. Say it out loud if you must. Command your mind like a soldier in the field. This is not self-help. This is internal warfare. Phase 3. Identity reprogramming. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to your identity. This is where almost everyone fails, because they try to change behavior without changing identity. But your brain always returns to what it believes you are. If your identity is distracted, you will always return to distraction. If your identity is undisciplined, you will always return to weakness. Identity is gravity. So we change the gravity. 1. Choose your identity statement. Pick one. I am a focused man. I am disciplined. I finish what I start. I control my mind. My attention is a weapon. 2. Repeat it only when in action. Identity does not change through words alone. It changes through reinforced behavior. Say it while working. Say it while resisting temptation. Say it while pushing through difficulty. Identity becomes real through alignment, not affirmations. 3. Remove identity conflicts. If you say you want to focus but your environment shows a messy room, open tabs, a chaotic desk, a buzzing phone, and constant interruptions, then your identity is lying, and your brain knows. Clean your environment, and you clean your identity. Phase 4. The soldier's protocol, the final test. This is where men transform. Everything before this was preparation. Now comes the battlefield. Now comes the discipline test. Now comes the moment your future self will judge you on. The 90-day focus rebuild. For the next 90 days, 1 hour of deep work every day. No excuses, no exceptions. This is the core of your transformation. This one habit will double your intelligence, your discipline, your clarity, and your self-respect. 2. Daily physical discipline. The body anchors the mind. Train, walk, run, lift. Movement resets attention. A still body creates a chaotic mind. A trained body creates a sharp one. 3. No screens before sleep. Brain must detox at night. If you want focus, your sleep must be clean. 4. Weekly focus stress test. 1 day per week, push your limits. Work longer. Focus harder. Do something uncomfortable. Discipline is a muscle, and muscles grow under tension. By day 30, you will feel something strange. Your mind becomes quieter. Your thoughts become sharper. Your urges lose their power. By day 60, you realize something terrifying. Most people around you are completely enslaved by their impulses. By day 90, you will not recognize the man you were in 2025. The call to action, the moment of decision. Now you face 2 paths. Path 1, stay the same, stay distracted, stay weak. Let 2026 arrive with you no closer to the man you could be. Or, Path 2, reclaim your focus, rebuild your mind, restore your identity, and become the version of yourself you know you were meant to be. So ask yourself, are you done being controlled? Are you done being pulled? Are you done being mentally soft? If your answer is yes, then start. Today. Now. Focus is not given. It is taken back. Final SwordEdge, sign off. You've heard the truth. You've seen the battlefield. The next move is yours. Sharpen your mind. Sharpen your discipline. Sharpen your edge. This is SwordEdge mindset. Rise like a blade.